If you've just started earning or you're about to, first of all, congratulations. It's a very cool moment. But now what? Now with this money coming in, how do we manage it? So here are 10 things that I wish I knew about money when I first started earning. And I hope this helps you. The first one is tracking expenses. Okay, I know this sounds very boring, but bear with me. I used to think that I was not spending a lot. But once I started tracking expenses, I realized a lot of my money was going with like online shopping and like the delivery charges. With tracking expenses, we don't have to stop spending, but what it does is it makes us more mindful and aware of where our money is going. So the next time I wanted to buy something online, I would try to check and compare prices in other platforms to see if I'm getting better offers or see if there are any discount codes or promo codes available that I can use. The next one is lifestyle inflation. Now when we get our first salary increment, subconsciously we're aware that we have a little more money to spend on ourselves. And though this is not a bad thing, it becomes a little bit of a problem where our income increases but our relative savings go down. So a good thumb rule would be that every time there is a rise in our income, we would set a percentage of our savings and maybe automate it and do that first so that we don't have to worry about it in the end. The next one is how credit cards work. So when I was a kid, I used to think credit and debt is a bad thing. Like you borrow money from someone and you're going to be stressed out later on. But it turns out if you use them wisely, they actually work for you. For example, credit cards with the cashbacks, discounts, payback points, there are a lot of benefits coming from them. And using them well over a long period of time builds a good credit history and helps our credit score. But they have their own secret hidden traps. The minimum due, high interest charges, hidden charges. So before jumping in, it's important to understand how they work. Because when used correctly, they are a tool. But when not used correctly, they can be a big headache. The next one is investing. I used to think that we need to earn a lot to start investing, but honestly that's not the case. The key is to start early, even if we start small. So even if we want to invest 500 rupees every month, but doing it consistently over a period of time makes a big difference later on. And suddenly, without realizing it, there'll be this little fund in the background which is growing and honestly best feeling ever. Keeping that in mind, the next point is to not invest because everybody is doing so. So when I first started thinking about investing or saving, there was a lot of talk about crypto and about new IPOs coming in. And honestly, I had to take a moment to pause and see if I really understood what it was. And if not, it was okay to pause and take a step back. Because this is our hard-earned money, it's important to know where and how we're investing. So even if it means starting small and slow, but investing in things that we really understand and going with something with trusted results is good. The next one is emergency fund. When I heard the word emergency, I thought, okay, I need a lot of money, so I need to earn a lot to start saving up for it. But emergency fund is basically 6 to 12 months of our main needs. And since emergencies don't come with a warning, the sooner we start building up for it, the better for us. And the peace of mind that it gives us is priceless. The next one is don't sleep on the perks. Whenever we think about money, we think about the enhanced salary that we're receiving. But a lot of companies give a lot of additional benefits, which are actually pretty good. Like they give reimbursements for internet, phone bills, travel expenses. Some even pay for the courses if you want to upskill yourself. The discounts with gym memberships or partner brands. So the key is to read the fine print or ask the HR. Because we might be eligible for a lot of perks and we're not able to use them just because we're not aware of them. The next one is check your insurance cover. A lot of employers give health insurance, but they might not be fully enough. For example, they might not cover OPD or they might not cover some health issues. So it's important to read the fine print, understand it well, take riders if necessary, or even take another health insurance if necessary. Especially in case we have dependents, then it's important to be more aware and to have more control over what's covered. The next one is saving with a purpose. So initially when I was saving, I only had like a number in mind. So in 1 month, when I wanted to make like an impulse purchase, I would think it's okay, I'll spend more this month and save more in the next month, and then it'll even out. But honestly, having goals attached to savings was a game changer for me. Saving because you want to travel somewhere, because you want to study something later on, or because you want to take a break from employment and start something by yourself. That really puts all your goals in perspective and makes you a little more motivated to save better. The last one is money mindset. Now, when you first start earning, you see everybody around you treating money very differently. Some could be spending everything as soon as the money gets into their bank account. Some want to just travel with it. Some don't want to spend it all and they want to save it all for future. Now, all these things are valid. So the key is to not compare, and it's to not rush and not want to do everything all at once. It's to be intentional and understand what do we want to do with this money, what are our goals with it, and how we want to spend it. The idea is to build a healthy, sustainable relationship with money, which is going to support us our life. So that's it for this video. I hope this helped or given you a little reminder of the things to keep in mind. So see you soon in the next one. Until then, bye bye.